Welcome to Talk is Cheap, the show where laughter speaks louder than words. I'm your host, Rhonda Corey, and I am excited to introduce to you some of my funny and interesting friends. So sit back, relax, and let's start the show. Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. In the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Hello, welcome to Talk is Cheap, episode number 73. That's right, 73. We are so excited to be here on a Tuesday night. That's right, Talk is Cheap is on Tuesdays, and a lot of you didn't know that. So I did a great job letting everybody know that we moved to Tuesdays. But hopefully you found us either tonight or on the replay. So we're on Tuesday nights, guys. But we have an amazing show for you tonight. I'm so excited. We have some incredible guests. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My co-host tonight is Karen Knotts. Rick Roberts is back here with us, and Jessica Lebrecht, hairstylist to the stars is what I call her. She's here with some pro tips. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun, you guys. I can't wait. If you're here, make sure I can see you in the audience. And how do I do that? Well, I can't really see you. But I can see your comments. So I'd love to know that you're here. Let's see. We have Sharon. Sharon's here. And she says, Shahir's Rhonda? Okay. Well, okay. That's all right. Oh, okay. She says, no. It's here's Rhonda. Okay. It's kind of like a Johnny Carson thing, I guess. Right? Only anyway. Tom Hoyes is here. Hello, everyone. Let the fun begin, he says. I love to do everyone's voices. And it sounds nothing like anybody, but that's all right. Yes, Sharon, it is episode 73. I'm not 73, but the show is at episode 73 already. Can you believe it? Michelle Van Dusen, yay! Joe, Joe is here. He was a guest. I don't know what episode 60-something? I don't know, but he was an amazing guest. So you guys go back and replay that episode if you missed it. Let's see. We have Belinda here. She's saying hello to Rick Roberts, and Rick saying hi back to her. And Mark is here. He says skippity doo, which okay, that's cute. That's very cute. Marlo's here. Hey girl. Hey. I am so excited you guys have joined us tonight because we have an incredible show. And yes, don't worry. We have the Chewy cam, so we are going to see what Chewy's doing. Just to assure you, here's Chewy. Chewy's here with us. Oh, there he is. He's having a nice little nap because before the show, he was not napping. He was very loud. So we gave him, these guys have to be an official sponsor very soon. We gave him quiet moments. They are just it's very legal, you guys. We gave him the right dosage. It's just a calming aid. It's like giving him a little cup of sleepy time tea, and he's very happy. And he's Look at how peaceful. It's like he heard me. Just keep sleeping. Sleeping dogs lie. Okay. See, Michelle was looking for Chewy. Yay, Chewy. June. Oh, I love June. June, one of our guests here. Tuesday nights are great with Talk is Cheap, she says. And Joe says that he did not drink, Joe. I assure you, it was a little treat. That's all. So we're gonna take Chewy and we're gonna let him sleep, and we are gonna start the show. So I am so excited about this, you guys. So excited. My first guest. Well, you know what? How about this? I'll let you see a little clip of my first guest.
So in 1959, our family moved to Los Angeles, land of sunshine, palm trees, and movie stars. Now, my dad loved to eat out. This was his passion. And he finally had enough money to take us to some classy restaurants. And as a kid, I was just amazed by the shiny white tablecloths, the chandeliers, the elegant waiters. And as soon as we were seated, Dad would start to entertain Tom and me. He might start with a little sleight of hand. He'd go, "Okay, kids, now watch, 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 watch." Wow.
Oh my gosh, that was great. All right, she has a one-woman show. It's called Tied Up in Knots, and it's about growing up with her dad, Don Knotts. If you haven't figured that out yet, she's actually performed that show in 32 states, and she's been doing that since 2010. She has a book coming out this fall called Tied Up in Knots. And you'd never guess what else she does. Yes, she's a librarian. What a fun librarian. Please welcome. I'm so excited to have her. Karen Knotts, everybody. Yes.
How you doing?
Hey, Karen. I'm so psyched to have you. It's awesome. So you have so much going on, right? You have, so are you still a librarian, Karen? Are you still a librarian?
I am. I'm hanging in there just by the skin of my teeth because, well, I have braces, so it's a good grip. I've got a good grip. So yeah, I'm still in there doing it. I love doing library stuff, it's kind of fun. But, of course, once I get busier with, my entertainment career, then I may not be able to do that again. But I'll always, relate back to it.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's funny. So, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just so super excited. Now we've met a few times. We've actually got to hang together at the Clean Comedy Challenge in Chicago twice, 2 years, and then once in Pasadena, California.
That's right. We competed against each other, which was really super cool.
We did. It was fun.
You won the grand prize. It's a stand-up comedy, you guys. She's not trying to do my show.
No.
Not trying to say she's Don Knotts' Daughters. This is actually stand-up comedy.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. So tell us about this new book that you have coming out. That's exciting.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? I mean, I started writing this, for all my life. I've had people say, "You should write a book. You should write a book," and I would say, "I'm not an author. I'm an actor." But then somehow, someday, I don't know, woke up and said, "What the hell is wrong with me? Why don't I just write the darn book?"
Right.
So I got a publisher, and I really didn't know. I mean, I've never written a book. I've written my show, but that's like a whole different kind of format.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if I could write a book, really. And they said, "Okay, you've got 5 months, literally." 5 months to write.
Wow.
And I hate to say it, but the pandemic came along just at the right time. If you have anything good at all to say about a pandemic, it would be the timing.
Because you were writing your book and you're like, now I have the time.
Yeah, now I don't have to go running around and doing stuff, like I have nothing to do but write this book, basically.
Right.
So I wrote it, and it was really a life-changing experience, I have to tell you. It really was.
So how so? So
well,
what was it about it that you feel that really just like, wow, you didn't expect to happen? Or
well, it's funny, but when you're semi-famous like me, people know how to contact you, and it's like, oh, I knew your father, whatever. And I just going to put the word out. I went to his hometown, West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia. I put the word out on radio that I was looking for people who knew my father, because I wanted to interview them for this book. And I put on a little soiree, and a bunch of people came, and they told me these stories about my dad that I had no idea about. And it was absolutely fascinating.
Oh, that's wonderful. That just must have just warmed your heart too, just to hear those stories, because I know, my dad's, passed on, and just to hear that, it just brings him back to life, brings him back here with you, right?
Yes. And what's amazing was that I didn't know that they had so much information for me that I didn't know about my dad. I'll give you an example. One man, his mother had been in a high school drama competition with my dad, and they went to Ohio for a finalist competition, and neither one of them won, but they both got extremely high marks from the drama teacher in Ohio and from the lady at their own school. And and he presented me with a letter from the drama teacher that talked all about it and said, not very many high school students can capture Noel Coward the way Don Knotts could.
Wow.
And so and I just started learning all these things about my dad that I didn't know before from people that were complete strangers to me.
Right. Oh my gosh. So tell me, so are some of those stories in your book?
Yes, they are. They definitely are. I even had one man send me a Valentine that my father had given a little girl in the first grade.
You're kidding me.
It was his sister. And he sent me that a Valentine, actually. And so I think that's going to be in the book. I'm not sure, it depends on the editors and everything like that. But I want to say the book, it'd be great.
Oh my gosh, that is so neat. And then, of course, we just saw a little clip of your one woman show. So, that is amazing. And so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when my father passed in 2006, I thought, I had started thinking about this, like, gosh, it's really strange that my father used to tell these stories about his childhood, and he told them a lot when we were kids. And then I didn't hear him tell the stories for a long, long time. And I thought to myself, I should write this down before I forget, and so I did start writing it down. And then when he passed, I thought, this is the perfect time to tell the real story. Because ever since I was a kid, people always would ask me questions like, oh, how many pickles are in Aunt Bee's pickle jar? Like I would know that. I'm having a hard enough time with addition. Now you want me to give multiplication tables. I don't know.
Count the pickles, Karen. Count the pickles.
I'm going to track that down. I don't know. I'm just going to work on that. But so I thought, I always had stories about my father that I wanted to tell that weren't just Barney Fife stories, but I could never get their attention. Hey, you got to know about this. So I thought, here's a good opportunity for me to tell the stories about my dad that I wanted to tell, in addition to the Andy Griffith Show stories. And my book is kind of just the show, but with more detail. Because in a show, you can only tell so much. I mean, I'm acting it out. I'm acting out characters and stories and funny lines and all that. I can't possibly tell my father's whole life story. That's an hour and a half show.
Right.
So the book has given me the chance to fill in, the details in between all the events.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to make sure you get Karen's book when it comes out. And so you're going to want to follow her on social media, KarenKnotts.com. She's Karen Knotts on Facebook, and at Knotts Kid on Twitter, and at Knotts Funny Farm on Instagram. So make sure that you follow her, so when her book comes out, you can get it. There's some people that wanted to say hi to you, so I have to go back here and find them, because my comments are just like, oh, okay, let's see. So Mike Ryan says, I found you. Yay. Come on, Karen. And
Yay.
Mark is like, woohoo. Joe says, how cool. Hi, Karen. And Michelle Van Dusen says,
Hey,
yay.
Michelle. I know Michelle.
So yeah, everybody loved your dad. They loved your dad, and you know what? I love you, Karen. You're just so much fun, and you're just always so bubbly, and you're just so much fun to hang around with.
And ditto for you too, Rhonda.
Aw, well, I thank you for being here. Hey, we have like a really fun show tonight, and I'm excited because we are going to bring up. We're going to get some tips on hair, and I mean that's important, right? I mean. This is our main, and we need some tips. And so I've brought back, she's definitely someone who has been on the show before, but has been a repeat guest because people just love her tips. And she's going to give us some today. She's a hairstylist at NBC Hair Studio in Cranston, Rhode Island. And she also has, we'll bring up her social media so you can follow her. I know she's excited to be here and to be with you, Karen. Please welcome back to the show, Jessica LeBron,
everybody. Yay! That's an understatement. I'm excited to be around Karen. It's been 24 hours of like, oh my gosh, I'm going online with Karen.
She's fangirling over here, Karen. She's fangirling, but that's cool.
Fangirling is. Oh.
Hey, Michelle wanted to say hi to you, and she's excited too about your main hair tips. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about, how do you talk to your hairstylist and just to obtain that perfect style that you want, right? So we have some do's and don'ts. So how to get the style that you want. So we're going to start with that, like some of the things that, maybe you shouldn't say, and then Jess will tell us what you should say. So we're going to start with the first one is, Alex, don't say, I don't use box color when you really do. And why shouldn't they say that? Because people are probably like, they don't want to tell you, right? Because they're embarrassed or whatever the reason is.
Yeah. Yes, there's like this hidden shame of box color. But at the same time, it's better than your hair melting onto the floor because you lied to my face. And second of all, I'm asking you because I already know. I know what box color looks like. I know what it feels like. Just tell me the truth. We have to work together. So it works in your advantage to just tell the truth. Yes, even if it's 2 years ago, if you did not cut all of that color out, you got to tell me about it. The way, especially if you're trying to go lighter, that's huge. If you're trying to go more blonde or even touch your hair with bleach. If you fib, you're going to have a big flob. Flob. A flub. Flub is the word.
Flub.
And you're not going to have any hair, or it's not going to, I don't want to promise you something because I'm going on what you're telling me, So you have to just be honest, and just no shame in your game.
All right. We got that. Right, Karen? All right. If we use box color, we'll let you know. We promise.
You got it.
Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
Yes, please.
What's an example of like what could go wrong if you didn't know that a person used box color?
So I very rarely don't know. Now they will lie to me and I'll just like, I'm not going to harass them. I'll say, okay, well, so when I know that they're kind of, on the fence, I'll say, well, let's try to see what happens. So usually it's happened twice before, and I can humble myself enough to tell you that in the beginning of my career, I was a yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm, yes. Oh, you want that? Yes, I'll do it. Yes, you want that in 60 minutes? Okay, that's fine. So yes, I have before, the hair will melt in the foil because it's not reacting. Yeah. Damage. So damage, hair loss. Obviously orange, very stubborn orange undertones a lot of times. So you can't achieve your goal. So what happens is the client leaves like, yeah, the client feels jilted. Like, well, you said you could do this. So very early on, I said, you know, I consult with my clients through the phone prior to the hair appointment. You know, weeks before and a couple days before. It's like, hey, is there anything else you didn't tell me? And I always like to work on achieving your goals through a journey, through a process, trusting the process, because nobody wants to go home with, you know, steel wool.
No, that's true. All right, what do we have for our second one, Alex? Don't say, I didn't bring a photo, but I probably would like to have, and they start describing.
Yes. So that's my favorite thing. And I always, because I love to educate my clients, and I also like to educate them on the way my brain works, because it's probably not them. It's usually me. So they're describing, I want a certain color, and they're describing it. And I'm thinking what I know as professional. Right. So in my mind's eye, I think what I think. So saying it's 2020, no, sorry, it's 2021. Everybody has a photo that they can reference. Bring up your phone. I always say, hey, let's look on my phone. Let's get a visual. I just had a new client last week. She loved her hair, and I felt like we were hitting this weird roadblock. I said, let me give my phone up, and I said, I'm going to show you like 3 or 4 pictures of things I think you don't like. You know, let's work on the negative, what we don't like. And then let's pick one. And I was right. I showed her 3 of them, and she's like, yeah, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that. Do you like this one? Yes. Okay, boom. You know, it's all visual, because that's how I learn. That's how that's just how I learn. That's how I've, in education, academics, I just need to see it. Boom, we can do it. There we go. So bring a darn picture.
So bring a picture. Okay. Bring a picture. We got that. Okay. What's the next one? Don't say, well, my old stylist, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Why not, Jessica? What should we say?
Well, it's nothing to do with ego, but I'm the stylist now. Okay. So it's nothing to do with my ego, but it does have to do with my technique, my personality, and I can spot one of my haircuts a mile away, and I can tell if you messed with my haircut, even a little bit. When clients say I didn't cut my bang, I'm like, well, I didn't do that, first of all. So you did. So what happens is we all love to go into, you know, we do it in life in general. Like, well, my mom used to give, you know, me whiskey on my whatever. Or, well, my mom, she calls it a gravy, and she doesn't do sugar. She puts honey in it, you know, whatever. We always have like what my mom or what my old person did, you know. So I like to hear it. And sometimes I'll even ask. So I'm kind of breaking my own rule, because I'll say, well, what did she do? You know, and usually that helps me to see that what I'm looking at when you came in, it helps me to see kind of where to go, what technique didn't work for you. And then you got to trust me that now I'm the stylist,
right? That
I'm going to make sure that I use my skills, my professionalism, and what I know to get you to that level of your goal without copying someone else. And I always say, give me 3 or 4 appointments, and then, you know, it'll all be my work. I feel like I love to take baby steps, you know, with hair.
Sure.
Not mine, but
not yours. Yeah, you do some drastic.
Cut it all off.
she's done some drastic changes. Okay, what do we have for the next one, Alex? Don't say, I love it, when you really don't. I never did that.
Yes. Okay, so I will say that this is partial. I put partial blame on most hairstylists, because, you know, we know how to style your hair. We know how to make you look primo. So you're leaving like, you know, a freaking stallion. You're like, whew, gorgeous. And then they're like, I love it. And a lot of times what happens is they go home, it doesn't look the same. And they're like, But more specific on this question is saying you love it. If you're looking at yourself in that mirror and you're like, you want to legit cry,
I've
You
been
need
there.
to, yeah, you
Karen,
want
has
to
that
just
happened
like,
to you? Karen, has that happened to you? If you like gone and got your hair done and then you didn't like it and you wanted to cry, like you just didn't like it?
I mean, I would run out of calendars putting down those days. Yeah,
oh,
that's happened. But I'm the kind of person that I get bored with my hair and then I go and change it, you know. And I don't know what you're going to think about this, Jessica, but let me run this by you. But because of the
okay.
pandemic, you know, I always fight with myself. Don't change it. Don't change it. Don't dye it again. Don't, you know, don't undo what the hairdresser did because it looks so good. But I can't do it myself to look that good. But anyway, there's this product that's come out. It's called Overtone. And it's well, you just kind of paint it onto your hair and it doesn't do anything chemically. It's totally
Yep.
temporary. But when I put that on my hair, it feels really good, like it conditions it and stuff.
That's
So
what you want to do. Anything that says, overtone's great.
yeah,
So
good.
are you doing it for color? You doing it for just the texture?
Color, but also like what it does to the texture. Because after
Yep.
all the processing, you know, after a while, your hair gets damaged after a while. And
Yes.
so I've been trying to get rid of that damage and it gets kind of frizzy, you know?
Well, I have some good. I love holistic things. I like natural things. This is I love to say, like, give people things that they can make up in their kitchen because they do work. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. A little bit
Okay.
of egg yolk, a little bit of olive oil, right?
Okay. Now,
Mix that up, throw that in your hair. You're gonna be like, this is weird. But the protein and the fat from all of that will help you. And honestly, it's, what is it? Like a hay penny? You don't
uh-huh.
have to always go. I don't like to force a lot of products on people because sometimes what's in the kitchen is beautiful. Mayonnaise, great.
Okay.
I know
Now,
it's gross. You smell like a ham sandwich. But yeah, products are great. Yeah, so you're doing good things. Don't mess with the color too much. So stay temporary when you know you're going to go back to see your girl or guy, whoever's doing your hair.
okay. Now here's one that you may not know the answer to this because this is a little
Oof.
bit, this is a little bizarre. I mean, a little off the track, but I recently started experimenting with spices to increase my hair tensile strength, like nettle or horsehair. Does that work? Do you know?
You mean at the scalp?
Well, I mean, just like you were mentioning the egg yolk and the oil, you know, like mixing in a spice with that kind of thing, or just putting it in like with hot and cold water and just doing a rinse all over to increase the tensile strength of my hair because it breaks off. It's starting to break off.
So I don't know about spices, but I will say apple cider vinegar. You can Google it. You can get the proportions. But apple cider vinegar washes are amazing for all
Oh,
of that. I mean,
oh.
it's great. Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried that.
Oh my goodness, look it up. Apple cider vinegar. You like dilute it and such, but that will help a lot with that. I don't really know too much about the spices. I haven't. What kind of spice?
Well, there's like nettle and there's horsehair, and they say, I mean, if you look it up on the internet, that those spices will increase the tensile strength of your hair, but who knows if that's true or not, you know?
I'm not too sure. I've never. I'll be honest. I don't know.
That's what I was
I
going to
don't
say.
know.
It's off
You
the beaten
stumped.
track.
She stumped me. I'm stumped.
Expecting you to know
But
that one.
yes, but going. I feel so. I gotta Google that now. Going back to saying I love it when you don't. It's just we don't want we do care. Most hairdressers care about their clients, and honestly,
Yeah.
if you don't love it, we probably know, and we don't want to send you out feeling that way. So we either, if we don't have time, we'll make another appointment to fix it, and don't leave there and then call back 3 weeks later. I hate my hair, because
Right.
that's an iffy situation where we're like, it's been 3 weeks, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I can't do it for free, but
Yeah.
Right.
so,
So say it right then and there. If you don't like your hair,
yeah,
just let them know.
your face already said it. So
I'm gonna take one. We're gonna. I don't know. I can put on a fake smile. I've done that before. And
I'm pretty
I've held it not
to
in
me.
your
You
seat.
better not have done it to
No,
me.
not in your seat. I always leave there like, oh.
Yes.
All right. So wait, we have one question. Let's see. Should I color my hair silver?
What is your hair like now?
I'm sure there's some there's like blonde and gray, I think, and
Okay.
red.
I say just be patient and let it. A lot of people during the pandemic have really found their love for their natural color. At first, everybody was like, "I'm literally gonna die. Can't go out of the house." Not Rhonda. I didn't say you, Rhonda. Rhonda's like, "No, what?
I'm like
This is my
spraying
color."
stuff in I like spray paint in my head. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
she's
Go to
like
Benjamin Moore to get my.
permanent marker.
I'll do whatever it takes. I'm like, no, I'll be like 95, and you'll still be doing my hair. So.
How old will I be? Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, let's not go there.
So I think you can't. A lot of people are coming in and going gray. They're trying to like speed up that natural process.
Right. I think that's what she meant.
Yeah, that's iffy. You have to. I'm sorry, but you have to have a great stylist. You have to either commit to possibly half of the day there if you want it done right. It's a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bucks. Well, Jess, I love it as always. You've always given us some great tips, and of course, we'll have you back again. And
all right,
I love having you. And I'll see you this week because I got some stuff I need to.
Yes, you do. Bye, Karen.
Right,
nice to meet you.
Thank you for your help.
Rhonda, can my son just say hi real quick?
Of course, of course. He's so cute.
Say hi.
Hey,
he's so excited.
No, it's not.
That's her.
He wants to say hi to you, Karen, not to me. I know.
Yeah, he loves. Yeah, not Rhonda. So say hi. We love Andy Griffith's show. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Jess. You can. Oh my gosh, you can follow Jess at Jessica Does My Hair 401 on Instagram. Thanks, Jess. That was great. Great tips. Love it.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Isn't that great? I know. I love those segments because they're just so helpful. But you know my next guest very well. He starred in Mayberry Man movie. You've heard him on CMT's 20 Greatest Redneck Moments and Car Talk. We're going to show you a little clip before we bring him up.
I knew nothing about high cholesterol before a year ago. And I think it's a scam. Don't y'all think high cholesterol is a scam? Thank you. Here's why I know. You don't know you have it till the doctor says you got it. You don't wake up one day going, man, I can barely get my fork into the gravy. Something's going on here. You know? You walk in there, he sees a paycheck. He's like, I get a prescription, I get a cut of that. I go in there, he tells me my cholesterol level was 425. That's the highest in my county, so I get to go to regionals in a couple of weekends. Yeah, thank you.
Please welcome Rick Roberts, everybody. Hey, Rick.
How's it going there?
Hey, we're glad that you're here. So you guys, I think you know each other. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yeah, we got to have a little lunch there in September. That was nice, wasn't it, Karen?
Yes, we did the Mayberry Man movie together.
So why don't we hear a little bit about that?
From what I understand, Court and Stark Howell, who put the movie together, Stark wrote it and Court helped kind of organize the shoot and all that. Their dad was a character on the Andy Griffith Show, and they wanted to do something to honor him because they're both creative kids, and they kind of grew up, seeing all the happenings of Hollywood. And Stark he does cartoons and all these different things. So I think they'd had the idea, and then they put together a Kickstarter campaign to see if there was enough interest in doing it, and there was. And then, I think the original shoot date had to get moved because of the virus. And because it got moved, I think the person that was going to do the role that I played, which was a Barney Fife impersonator, he couldn't do it. And so I was somewhere on the chart of, 4, 5, 6 down. And everybody else was like, no, I don't want to go outside the house. And finally, get Rick Roberts. He'll take a chance on this. And it was great fun. It was it was for me 2 weeks. I didn't realize, Karen, that you weren't going to be there longer than you were. I was hoping to hang out a little bit more while you were up there. But I saw some of the footage of, you coming out of the theater and the people running up. Man, it looks so good. And everything I've seen so far looks great. I'm excited, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. And I can't wait to see your performance, too, because as you said, I was only there for a couple of days, but I really can't wait to see the whole finished product.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sounds like
exciting.
fun.
And I guess by May, they think they should have it kind of put together. And the backers who funded it will get a DVD copy, depending on what level they funded it at, maybe a download. And then they're looking for a distributor. And when they get that, they'll know when it's going to be released for the general public to check it out. And I'm sure I'll be promoting that as much as I can when that comes out and we know for sure where it's going to be and how people can find it. But it's a really sweet movie. Like as the shoot went on, it was just everybody there was really laid back. I mean, there was, after 2 weeks, a couple people towards the end got, just a little bit shell shocked from not getting rest and stuff like that. But nobody was ever rude. And it was kind of like a little slice of the Mayberry environment. Like everybody knew the show in and out. I mean, like Karen was saying, people ask you like how many jelly beans are in the pickle jar and how many. It's like, wait a second. I watched the show. I didn't study it and go to college on the show,
Yes, thank you.
Even the first day we're shooting the big courthouse scene where you were on the up there on the podium with me, and everybody just yelling out lines from the show and doing dialogue from like episode 2 of season 7,
Wow.
And I was just like, I may not be qualified to be here. I don't know enough about the Andy Griffith Show, but it was a ton of fun and it's family friendly. That's what I liked about it. It stayed in the true vein of the Andy Griffith Show. It's not an episode or a sequel or anything like that. It's a whole different story about a guy who gets sentenced to attend a Mayberry festival, and he finds out that his dad actually was a pretty cool actor and was on a pretty cool show.
Oh, that's really neat. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see it. I mean, there's so many fans of that show. I mean, how many shows, because I don't know what year it started, the Andy Griffith Show, but I know it was, when was it, Karen?
1962.
So 1962, it started. And I mean, you heard Jeff's son still is watching it. So it's like it's going through generation to generation. It's just something that, because I think it's just so wholesome and just so fun and just so lovable. And it gives you that, that place to just kind of relax. So that movie, I think that's going to be a big hit. Definitely be a big hit.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it come out. And you're right, like every generation can watch it. The thing I like about it, with the exception of some musical guests that kind of dropped in from time to time, it was never dated in any kind of time period besides just a simpler time. And even people, when they were seeing it in the 60s, thought it was shot like 20 years earlier. It just seemed to be in that timeless element. I remember the first time I showed my son an Andy Griffith Show episode, because he had seen me do some appearances and had the uniform and stuff. And of course, I've got some Don Knotts posters on the wall, and he was kind of confused, like, are you trying to be that guy? Is it Halloween every time you leave the house? What's going on here? Why are you always dressing up? And so I said, well, let me show you an episode. So we sat down, I went and popped some popcorn, popped the DVD in. And before the popcorn was done popping, he ran into the kitchen. He was like 3.5 years old. He's like, uh-oh, Papa, you broke the TV. And what it was, the color wasn't on TV anymore. It went to black and white with the DVD, and he thought I ruined the TV. But it was real sweet. And then we watched it, and he liked it. Kids these days have so much, their cartoons are edited 3 edits a second. So, at that age, he hadn't been indoctrinated into that yet. So he sat there and watched the whole thing with me and thought it was really cool. And, he still knows about it and watches it from time to time with me. So timeless and just tons of fun.
Yeah.
What you were saying about it being the timeless, you can't really pin it down to any era. My dad told me that he and Andy really were writing the show as if it were in the 1930s. And the reason is because that's when they were growing up,
That makes total sense.
Remember. And so that's why it had that old timey quality, but they would still put things from the 60s that would in. They still put, things that were relatable to the current era, but you never saw that. You never were aware of that.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people never watched the color episodes. Once Don left the show, some people, they just watch the first 3 seasons over and over and over again, basically, which I think is great. But in some of those older episodes, like when Ron Howard was growing up and he was a teenager, they had some where he was like started a band in his living room and stuff like that. And there was some really fun episodes where they did kind of bring some of the pop culture of the 60s in without getting too crazy. But, some of the bandmates were growing their hair a little bit long and their shirts were a little bit, catchy. And, it was stuff that you wouldn't see in a typical episode.
Right.
But that show was popular the entire time through. It was amazing how long it ran and how many people still I mean, you know, Karen, from Facebook, especially now that that's connected to everybody. There's so many groups of fans, you know, fan clubs of the show and the Rerun Watchers Club, and
tons of groups. And I get a little intimidated when I go on those fan sites because they know all the trivia that I don't know.
I know. And I just have to tell them.
Stay in lines. They know all the lines and all the everything. I mean, they are experts.
I know.
Because that's what because they watch it all the time, you know. I'm sure you didn't sit there and watch it every, like, you know, just because that doesn't mean that you sat there and watched every episode over and over and over again, right?
Well, for them, and I mean, I hear this all the time. I want to live in that show.
Yeah.
People say, I want to live in that show. And they do, and they absorb so much of it because they do want to be in the show, you know?
Yeah, it's like, you know what it is? It's like comfort food, you know?
Yeah.
It's like comfort food. You just, you know, it's almost an escape because, you know, I mean, the world's getting crazier and crazier. It just seems that way anyway.
It does.
And so just to have that place to go to, I mean, who doesn't want to live in a cozy town like Mayberry, you know?
Well, the biggest problem is, you know, somebody's hurt feelings.
Right, exactly.
That's a life-shattering problem.
Right. Aunt B is missing a pie, you know?
And you know what the irony is if you want to live in like a Mayberry place today, you turn off the TV. And you're not distracted by all the stuff that's not wholesome. You can look around your family, and you get outside and do things. So when you do turn on a good show like that, and avoid all this biased news from either side. You know, all that kind of stuff. I just thought the show was so well written, and I do read more about the writing and some of the stuff now that I've gotten a little bit older and have more time to pursue it as a hobby, not just as, you know, part of a job thingy. And they really took care with the way they created the episodes. After the season was over, they'd have these writer boot camps for 2 or 3 days, and all the writers would be invited to come in and pitch ideas for the next season so they could greenlight those ideas. So when they started to bring them in, they already had scripts pretty flushed out. And it was a way for writers to pitch ideas and hear other writers and kind of meet and team up with others. So it was just, everything about it was family oriented, you know, from that aspect, from what I've read. Yeah, and they had made so many more episodes per week back then than they do now.
Now it's like, they're on a break again? It's unbelievable.
Wait, I'm only on episode 3. What happened to her? You know, I got to wait another couple of months to find out.
Yeah, I
don't like that kind of thing at all.
Oh, check that out. Let me see. You know, that's the one thing I wanted to ask you about too. Is in the movie, you're in the convertible and you've got. What's the name of your cohort there?
I think I'm going to call her Pepta.
That's great.
You know, a female version of Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I wanted to know more about that in the movie. Like, did she get to speak at all in the movie, or is that just the parade scene?
No, that was just because when I do Mayberry Days, the festival, I always have a puppet when I'm in the car, you know, and it's just been a tradition.
That's great.
So I thought, well, let me do the same thing like I do in the parade at the festival.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really cute. It cracks me up.
We have a few people that want to say hi to you. We have Joe wants to say hi to you, Rick,
Joe.
And Michelle.
MVD.
And so yeah, people are excited for the movie. So all right. Well, we have this part of our show is called Alex. You've got game. And today's game is a brand new one, you guys. It's called I'm Puzzled. And so what we're going to do, it's going to be really fun. We're going to show you, we're going to show you a puzzle, but it's a little mixed up. And these characters might be familiar to you because they are actually from Mayberry, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to give you the opportunity to earn points from the show. And let's see, we're going to bring up our scorekeeper here because I'm a lousy scorekeeper. The scorekeeper says there's 73 pickles in the jar. I don't know how true that is. I don't know.
Little Peppa. Oh,
she loves Little Peppa, or he loves Little Peppa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make your own puzzle. Well, we're gonna make a puzzle right now there, scorekeeper. Oh, look, the scorekeeper has the Talk is Cheap mask. I think we have Talk is Cheap masks available to you. They are $15 each or 2 for $25. That's right. That is the wrong price there, scorekeeper. That is a little inflation. How do you get one of these? You can just message me on Rhonda Corey Comedy on my Facebook page. And if you haven't liked that page, that would be nice if you did that. That would be really lovely. Or you can message me through email, rhonda@rhondacoreycomedy.com. I love Karen and Rick. Well, good. Make sure you score them properly there, scorekeeper, because we don't want this audience to get upset with us. So you're going to have a choice whether you pick level 1, which is the easy level, or level 2, which is a harder level. So level 1 is 1 point. Level 2, 2 points. That's easy, right? You got that, scorekeeper? All right. Good to know. All right, we're going to give you an example, okay? So here's an example. Let's bring up the level 1 photo of our puzzle. All right, this is level... This is the level. Is that level 1 or level 2? That's the easy? Oh, that's the easy. Level 1 is the easy.
Yeah.
And so we should have brought up level 2 first. And level 2 is the hard. So we'll bring up level 2. All right. Ready? Here it comes. That would have been the level 2. It's a little harder.
That's very hard, I would say.
So see if
That's more than a 2.
you could see, I don't know, the eyes or something, the nose. I don't know, maybe the uniform. Here's a smile. That smile might give it away right there. So anyway, all right. So that, of course, is none other than...
I'm puzzled.
Do you know who that is? Oh,
Yeah.
it's Andy Griffith. So you guys, you know how to type in your, we went over this, like how to type in your answers. So
Yes.
Yes, we know how to do that. You at the bottom of your screen where the 3 dots are, you're going to edit that. Okay. So, all right. For the first, I don't know what that is. Okay. I don't know what that is, scorekeeper. That scorekeeper just distracts me like I have ADD and it doesn't help. Okay. So on our first game, I can't talk today. Good luck. Yeah, good luck for me. Can someone help me talk? So all right, our first puzzle piece. Karen, do you want to go level 1 easy or level 2 hard?
I'd go with level 1.
He's going level 1. Rick, do you want to go level 1 easy or level 2 hard?
Let's try a 1 to get started, and I'll.
Okay, we're going to do a level 1, but we're going to show you the 2 first because that's how I roll. We're just going to show you the 2. Okay, this is the 2. See if you could have figured that out. That's what the 2 would look like. And all right, let's give the level 1. All right, Alex. Takes a little minute. All right, that gets a little bit easier. If you know who that is, can you type in your answers? Type in your answers. Level 1, worth 1 point. All right. Did you type in your answer yet, Karen?
I did.
Okay, and you can hit save.
Save?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to send. I don't have a save on here.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, wait.
Oh, do it on your photo. Remember how you edit your name? That's where we're doing it.
Oh.
So there's 3 dots at the bottom of your picture.
Oh.
And you click on that where it says edit name.
Oh, let's see. Well, is this in Messenger or just in the?
No, right on your. We did it to type in your name before when we did the sound check.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's all right. I should be playing music right now. La, 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 la. Oh, we lost her. That didn't work. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. She'll be back. I know she'll come back. There she is. She's back. All right. So you know what, Karen? If you type that in the comments over there in the
It's in the
I can put your answer in for you.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay. I put it in. I typed it in the private chat.
Right. Yep. And I see what you said. So, all right. The answer is, let's see. Floyd is the correct answer. That's right. All right. Let's see.
I the right one.
Let's see. Joe said, not that button. I know we almost lost her. You know what we're going to do is we're going to move you around. Now let's see. All right. How's that? Huh. I just moved you all around.
I got a little dizzy there. Got to be honest.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess you guys up. All right. So that is Floyd. That's Floyd the barber, right? Floyd the barber. Was it Floyd the barber? Okay. I'm right. So I get a point too. Let's see. Floyd the barber. That's right. And so do we have points there? We have a tied score right now. The score is 1-1, I guess. I can't see. Yes. Oh, we're giving stars. Okay. We're giving stars out. All right. All right. Let's put the next one up, level 1 or level 2. What do you think, Karen? Level 1 or level 2? You want to do a 2?
I'm going to stick with 1.
You're going to stick with 1. All right. All right. Ready? I don't know what that is. She called you a chicken. All right. So, all right, let's put the level 2 up first. And all right. Next puzzle is, think you know what it is. You can type it in. You guys can play too let's see, it's Andy, it's Fred. Fred, who is that? All right. All right. Let me see. I'm looking at the private chat. And then if you have a guess, you can type it in. All right. Let's put the level 1 up there. All right. Ready? This is riveting, isn't it, you guys?
Oh.
Do you have a better idea who it might be? Let's see. Did you type it in yet, Karen? No.
I did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't see it yet.
I'll try it again.
Okay.
You see that?
Yep. Okay. So this is all right. All right. And let's find out who it is. All right. Let's see. Manicurist, and I'm sorry, you are both incorrect. The answer is
Aunt B.
Aunt B.
That's what I put in first. But the skin looked a little too smooth. So
well, they must have had Photoshop back then too.
That's a great picture, though.
Rick, did you get the manicurist?
Yeah, for a second there, it looked like.
I put that too.
That's what I thought. Just the pearls and just the smoothness of the skin and the smile. But when you put it together, Aunt B. I should have known better.
Oh my gosh, there's a pie.
There you go.
B and the pie. All right, so we're gonna go to our next puzzle. You guys are doing fine. All right.
Do level 2 on this one, Karen. Let's roll the dice.
All right, try a level 2. And if you want more time, that's not a problem.
All right.
We're gonna go to level 2. Ooh.
I got that one.
Oh, I think I got that one.
Okay. You guys out there, do you have that one? All right. Type in your answers.
See that one?
I do. All right. Let's put the easy one up to see if you're
Any better?
out there.
I think we got this one.
You think you got it?
Oh, yeah, we got this one, don't we, Karen?
Well, I hope so. Especially since we seem to agree.
All right, that's the easy one.
Yeah.
Golly.
Holy. And then the correct answer is Alex. Gomer Pyle. Yep, Jim Neighbors. That's right. That's awesome. All right, you guys scored. Wow, it's a tied score. Let's see who gets it out there. Yeah, there he is. Gomer Pyle. What was it? What did he used to say? Well, golly, right?
Yep. And sometimes Shazam.
That's what it was. Shazam. Oh no, it wasn't Goober. It was Gomer. And wasn't that Goober was his cousin, right?
Yep.
Yep. Tom got it. And they're like, oh yes, it was Gomer Pyle. And then he had his own show. He had a spinoff from that.
That's right.
A very popular one, which I used to watch that one constantly when I was a kid. I mean, it was the Andy Griffith Show. It was gosh, there was 3 or 4 that I watched all the time. Gilligan's Island was a big one for me.
Oh
too.
yeah, Gilligan's Island.
And then Gomer Pyle USMC was a good one. Sergeant Carter was such a good actor. I can't remember the guy's name right off the top of my head, but he was excellent. That was just a great combination, those two.
Oh my goodness.
What's his name?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What'd you say, Karen?
Frank Sutton was the actor who played.
Oh, okay. All right. So, are you ready for the next one? What are we doing? Level 2?
Level 3.
We don't have a level 3.
Turn the pieces upside down.
Good luck. All right, ready? Which level did we decide on? Level 2? We'll go level 2. Let's go level 2. I think you can get it. I have faith in you. Just look for little clues. Look for the eyes and the smiles.
I see some teeth.
I see some teeth there. I see some teeth. What about you guys out there? The audience.
Yeah, that
it is.
Kind of looks like.
Do you want to guess on this one, or do you want to go to the next one?
If I can remember, like I know who it is, but I can't remember the name. It was his girlfriend, Andy's girlfriend, but the one that was young, and then the viewers didn't think it was good for an older guy to be dating somebody so young on the show.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't. See, all the Andy Griffith fans would kill me right now. They're like, "You don't know Andy's girlfriend from the season 2, episode 1."
Season 2. All right, let's see. How about I'll put the next one up there.
Yeah, that might jar it.
All right, level 1. We're dropping to level 1. So this is worth 1 point. Are you ready? Get Alex.
Yeah, you were right.
Yes, she worked at the was it the pharmacy she worked at?
Yeah, Ellie, Miss Ellie.
That's it.
Okay, Ellie. Did you know that? Did you know the name there, Brick?
Yeah, I just couldn't. I was trying to think of her last name too. I can't go.
It was,
Yeah.
I don't remember the last name.
I don't know if she had a last name. I don't think she made it that long.
Yeah.
But I liked her. I liked her a lot.
Well, she was like the daughter on Father's Knows Best or something. So everybody saw her grow up, and all of a sudden she's Andy Griffith.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's why I recognize her. I did watch some Father Knows Best back in the day.
Yeah.
Of course, not when they came out, because this. I'm way too young for that. So all right, so you're keeping score there, scorekeeper. We got a tied score. All right, 4-4. All right, we got the next one. You're gonna get this one. I just know it. Good luck. Oh, and I didn't even tell you what you're playing for, which is like really silly on my part. Let me tell you what you're playing for. You're playing for, that's right, the very coveted Rhonda Gory Comedy Hand Sanitizer. 100% clean comedy. 100% clean and sanitized hands. Everybody needs it.
You actually have your own hand sanitizer?
I do. I had this before. I had this before. Twizzlers. I had this before the pandemic.
No way.
Yeah, I was ahead of the. I hope not.
I only see bad things coming.
That would not be good. Let's see. That wasn't her name. Was it? No.
Who?
Ellie.
Yeah, it was Miss Ellie. Eleanor Donahue played the part.
Okay, that's who it was. All right. All right. We'll do the last one. Ready, Alex? No, the next one. But this will be the last one. So it's number 5.
Hi there, cutie.
I'm the only one that didn't bring here. I
know.
didn't bring a puppet.
What do you?
I was going to put on a wig when you guys were doing.
I think I have a crush.
You guys were doing all the hair talk. I was going to put on a Bob Ross wig.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. All right, bring up the next one.
All right, let's take
number 5. Number 5. Oh, let's bring up the hard one first. Level 2. Ooh.
I know that one.
You know that one.
Yeah. There's one clue in there in the top middle that kind of gives it away.
I see what you're saying.
There's
Looks like Picasso's Bad Halloween to me.
Well, this guy had a lot of bad Halloweens.
I think so.
He probably saw things like Picasso many times before he locked himself in the jail.
All right, so do we know who that is?
I don't.
All right, let's put the easy one up.
I'm the easy one. She doesn't get anything. Always give her the easy one.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got that one. I'm going to type that in there.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. And the answer is Otis is the correct answer, you guys. All right. Yes. What was it? Otis
Campbell.
Campbell. Otis Campbell. And I know Joey Aiello actually impersonates Otis sometimes, right? Am I right?
Yes, he's very, very funny at that.
Joey is great with the physical comedy and he really, I mean, he embodies it when he does it. He just, it's very convincing.
You know, he has a sort of a cheerful version of Otis, which is what I like too.
Yeah, kind of like the lovable drunk as opposed to just the
more of a happy drunk.
Yeah. Which Otis was most of the time. He would get ornery.
Oh my goodness. But I is this true that the actor that played Otis never had a drink or never drank?
That's true.
Yeah. And
an arrow.
If you think of the two people from that era that were known for drinking and comedy, the other was Foster Brooks, who would do great, you know, the stuttering alcoholic kind of thing. And he never drank either. And his timing was just so perfect that everybody just assumed that they were under the sauce, but neither were. I mean, and you know, for doing comedy, you need to have all your wits about you in the first place. It'd be hard to pull off a perfectly timed comedic performance if you weren't. So, but they just, they obviously knew some people who were, and we were able to incorporate that and nail it.
Amazing. You guys, it's been so much fun having you here. Our time is flying by. The winner is Rick Roberts, everybody. Rick Roberts.
Yay,
Star.
Tweaked it out.
It's all about the stars tonight. All the stars are out tonight. We are going to just let everybody know who is going to be here next Tuesday. Alex, can you show us? Next Tuesday, my guest co-host will be the very funny and beautiful Sally Bakke. And we are also going to be featuring, I'm so excited to have her on, speaker Barb Roos. She's also an author, so I'm excited to have Barb with us. And Jeremy Rochford will be back giving us some tips on how to stay healthy during this crazy time. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great show. Make sure that you mark your calendars, mark your time for next week's show. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but I'm sure I'll find out. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, it's been great. I just want to just give your information one more time. If you want to follow Karen, it's KarenKnotts.com. Karen Knotts on Facebook, at Knotts Kid on Twitter, and at Knotts Funny Farm on Instagram. And you're going to want to know when her book comes out, because that is going to be amazing. If you want to follow Rick, you can do so. RickRoberts.com, SchoolOfLaughs.com, at comedian Rick Roberts on Facebook, and Rick Roberts on Twitter, Rick Roberts on YouTube, you guys. And of course, don't forget 73 Pickles in Aunt B's jar. You guys, it's been so great having you here. Thank you so much. It was such a fun show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it was great. It was fun. All right, you
guys. Both of you.
Thank you, of course, to my amazing official scorekeeper too. If you guys want to stick around for a couple of minutes and hang backstage while we say goodbye with our outro, you can definitely do that. All right, episode 73 is out.
I will hold, I will hold, I will hold. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, there ain't nothing gonna bring me down. Yeah. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.